on? You seem a little upset.
So I took this at-home genetic testing just to figure out my ancestry.
Yeah.
And it said I'm predisposed to type 2 diabetes.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
It's just like super upsetting.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to be healthy. I don't drink sugary drinks. I mean, what should I do? Like, what does this even mean?
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I imagine that was very alarming to get that, especially because that's probably not even why you did it.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the good thing is that it's important that you understand that it's not a diagnosis, so that's good. It's simply just an indicator, or, you know, may indicate that you might have an increased risk. But these tests, you know, the reliability of them kind of varies from test to test. So I think it's important that you contact your primary care doctor. Have you notified them yet?
No, I mean, I was just so upset I couldn't even think about doing that.
I understand. That's the worst thing to say. Well, I would start there. I would let them know that you took the test, that it came back, that it demonstrated this, because it'll be important to engage them right away so that they can check to see if it's reliable at all. But then also something that's important is a family history. That's a huge indicator of whether or not you have an increased risk for that. And so you can make an appointment with your primary care doctor, and they probably do a complete family history, look at the test results, see which genes they even tested, or which ones even came back as positive. And then he might even order some lab tests. So there's a lab test called a hemoglobin A1C that can test your blood sugar control over a period of time. And that would be a great indicator as to whether or not things have been out of control. But there's also different things that you can do, like lifestyle changes, like you said. You're very active, you're a healthy weight. All of these things, you know, you can do to kind of be proactive about it or limit your risk no matter what this showed, right? And so being healthy, maintaining, you know, a healthy weight, being active, getting a lot of sleep, you know, it's important you get a good amount of sleep and that you manage your levels of stress, because that can actually impact your blood sugar levels.
That makes a lot of sense.
And like you said, you know, you don't eat sugary or you don't drink sugary drinks, and that's important. Sugar is important, but there's also a bigger picture with nutrition that you have to look at. So you have to kind of look at the whole nutritional component and make sure that it's balanced, but avoiding certain things like processed foods, which you don't really eat a whole lot of anyways.
No, not really.
You want to avoid refined carbs like white pasta and white bread, those kinds of things. But don't worry, because we can sit down and go over it together, and we can find alternatives for these items and make sure that you better understand it. But the first place to start is to make sure that you see your primary care doctor and validate the results.
That would be great. Thanks so much. This is like such a good stress relief.
Absolutely. Best friends forever.
Best friends.